friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Erica, and in today's video I'm bringing you episode 49 of Throwback Thursday. I got this idea from my dear friend and fellow creator Jan Van. I'll link her channel in my description box. If you have yet to discover the magic of Janny Boo, go subscribe, show her a ton of love and support. She's been doing Throwback Thursdays for quite some time, and I just thought, I got to do what Janny does. And then, of course, I want to give another love-filled shout out to my dear friend and subscriber, Dawn, for being the best TBT cheerleader ever. Okay, so what palette am I going to use? I'm sure you can tell by the thumbnail or the title, however I do it. This is the Suva Beauty Magic Ecstasy palette that I've had in my collection for quite some time. And I've been talking for, I don't know, 2 years, a year or something like that, that I was going to do an eye look with a pressed glitter. So here we are finally. I think this is gorgeous, and it's a really lovely formulated palette. Now typically what I'll do is I'll go into this shade here, the pressed glitter, but I want to use this one today. And let me get my glasses on so I can tell you what the shade name is. Okay, this is Psychosis, and then I'm also going to use for my mattes Metaphor and Trance. And I might pop a little bit of Unusual maybe on my lower lash lines. That might be kind of fun, so we'll see. And I know this is kind of monochromatic, but I just want to do this today. I want to use these shades today. So starting off with Metaphor, putting that in my transition area. I do have my eyelid primed in the Juvia's Place Prep Prime eyeshadow primer. My brows have the NYX Control Freak Clear Brow Gel in them. Now here's the thing. You can use a tackier primer for your glitter, but I don't feel like I need to do that. So I'm not going to do that. I might regret my choice, but I think I'm going to be fine. Okay, going into Metaphor, this shade right here, putting it in my transition area. I've always wanted to be from the East Coast, you guys. I always have. Where is my, there it is. Let me just make sure all the, yeah, I just love it. My really close friend moved to New Jersey when we had just graduated from high school to become a nanny. And she lived there for, gosh, 2 years, 3 years. And she developed a little bit of an accent. And I was jealous. I was so jealous. I'm like, I want to too. I try lots of different accents, and I don't know that I am successful at any of them. But I do know that I provide a lot of humor to my friends when I lose my poo and start talking in a different dialect or accent. Cracks people up. So if nothing else, it's funny, I guess, right? I mean, I'm not ever trying to do it to be offensive, ever. But it's just fun to try to, pretend that I have an accent. Did I tell you guys? I know I have. I have to have told you guys this, that my friend and I, same friend that went to New Jersey, she and I would commonly talk with a British accent when we were out in public to try to convince people we were from the UK. And there was a couple times where people were like, oh, where are you from? And wow, and oh, I love listening to you talk. And then there were a couple people that were like, no, you guys are not from the UK. Nice try, but you're not. So funny. Oh, geez. And, I was in like high school, college, and I remember telling my mom that. And she's like, you guys, knock it off. Grow up. I'm like, Mom, come on. Let's have some fun. Today, actually, as I film this, is would have been my mom's 81st birthday. And she passed away almost 9 years ago. It'll be 9 years in July. So if you could say, happy birthday, Mimi, although by the time this goes up, it's going to be too late. But it's never too late to celebrate my mom's birthday, right? No, never. If you could say happy birthday, Mimi, to her, just throw one up to the heavens to her. I would really appreciate that. Absolutely, I would. And I know she would too. Okay, I think that's good. I really like that. Very nicely pigmented. Is it orange on me though? So now I'm going to go into Trance and just take the edge of that shade down with the yellow shade. Okay. I thought about using the yellow pressed glitter too, like together with the, but I honestly, I am not the person that's going to combine. that word is weird. It's weird to me. I say it and I'm like, is that right? Combine press glitters. I just think one is plenty for me. If you are the type of person that wants to use 15 different press glitters, you go with your bad self. But I personally am like, nah, I'll just use one. Just one. It's been a long time since I've used this palette. I have used it in a collab with Steph and Marina long time ago. Really fun. Steph actually is the one that sent me this palette. Steph has gifted me some beautiful palettes, absolutely. And then I've used it another time too. I don't think I've filmed with it again though, since that long time ago collab. I don't think anyway. And it is really cold here now. It's really cold. And so I typically will turn the air conditioner on when I film because it gets so hot up here. And I feel like that's not a good idea when it's this cold outside to turn the AC on. So I have the heat turned way down and I have 2 little fans on in here. So, and it's like, I think it's below freezing out right now. Holy cow. But man, it's just like a blazing inferno in here. Horrible. Okay, I think that looks great. Everything blended together beautifully. I think it looks really nice. So now for the pressed glitter, I'm going in this shade here called Psychosis. I'm putting that across the lid. Now, I don't really do anything differently with pressed glitters than I would with any other shimmer. And maybe that's dumb, but I don't. So let's see, I'm trying to find the right brush for this. I think I'm gonna go ahead and use this from Moda, one of my new Moda brushes. And basically what I do is I just go into the pressed glitter and I spray it with spray, get a good wallop of it on here like that. Now, I would say that quite commonly pressed glitters have kind of like a binding agent in the shadow. Some of them don't, and those shades are not fun for me to use because they just kind of fall all over your face. But when they do have a nice binding agent and you spray them, they usually stick to your eyelids just fine. I don't feel like I need to use glitter glue. And I know that like that's not common. Like most people will, when they use pressed glitters, will use glitter glue. Totally fine. It doesn't work for me. I've tried it a million times. Well, not for quite some time, but I used to try it a lot. And so what I do is I just start pressing it onto my lid. Now, I'm going to get some fallout on my face. Yes, I will. And I'm gonna have to kind of pack this on and continue to dip back into the palette to add more. And I could use a larger brush, I could, but I don't like to because I am trying to minimize the fallout on my face. Not that that really matters, because all you have to do is take a piece of Scotch tape, flip it around, make like a loop, and then just blop, 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 and it takes it right off. And I'm really not getting any, so it's fine. It's just kind of a slow going process. You also can get pressed glitters in your eye, which is not fun. This is finely milled enough that it's probably not gonna feel great if I get it in my eye, but I can get it out and it won't scratch the crap out of my eye. But I would say that you need to use pressed glitters at your own risk because you can get it in your eye. I have done that before with the pressed glitter from ColourPop, and that sucked. It was not fun. I did not like that at all. But I mean, I'm still here, it's fine. It just didn't feel very good. And I don't feel anything in my eyes at all. So now I'm just gonna kind of go back this way on my lid with the pressed glitter, just to, I don't know, make sure I get it on there. And it's sticking just fine. And it's beautiful, I think. It's really fun. Yeah, and this is fine for work. No one's gonna care that I have pressed glitter on my eyes at work. The only thing is that I could have brought that orange shade, that matte shade, down probably a little bit more onto my lid, which I probably should have done that because there is a, no, I filled in that gap. Yeah, I'm just going back in the palette, grabbing some more, plopping it on the lid. Now, there could be a chance that by the end of the day, this is gonna be on my face. I don't know, we'll see. But, I mean, sparkly disco ball face, what's wrong with that? Right? Nothing. Okay, so just keep placing it. You just have to be patient, oops, and kind of take your time in applying the pressed glitter. The only part that can be tricky for me though with the pressed glitter is getting it down close to my lash line. You know what I mean? And I will put a liner over the top of that, which I think kind of helps cover up because it's just hard to get it to adhere right there, you know. Plus I don't want to get it in my eye, so I just am kind of careful. But I mean, I'm not doing anything differently really than I would do with just a regular shimmer shade, you know. I would just say that if you're wanting to play with pressed glitters, you need to find some like this that are finely milled. These are really nicely milled. They're really little teeny tiny itty bitty pieces of glitter, but aren't they gorgeous? I mean, look how shiny and pretty that is. It's beautiful. And also, I would recommend using glitter glue. To those of you that can use it and it doesn't do weird stuff on your eyelids, yeah, go ahead, use it. I just don't, because I don't like how it works on me. It just doesn't work. I don't know. And I've tried, you know, multiple different ways, lots of it, little of it, you know, going in right when I apply it, letting it sit for a little bit on my, I mean, I've tried all the things. I've had so many people say, do this with it. And I've tried it and it doesn't work. Do this with it. It doesn't work, you know? But I do think there's a good purpose for glitter glue. It's not mandatory. I'm never going to tell you have to do anything here on this platform, or here on my channel. You don't have to do a damn thing ever. But I don't think it's bad to use it at all. It doesn't work for me. Okay, I've said that like 40 times. Let's move on. So yeah, just kind of building it up, making sure it's evenly dispersed across the lid, because, you know, sometimes it can stick and be a little bit more concentrated in one area. I will tell you right now, it's going to crease right here. I know it's going to crease right there where that fold in my eyelid, it will crease because the glitter is going to like separate from that crease, the fold in my skin. It will, and I don't care. I mean, you know, I could take this to work with me and reapply it, sure. I would just say that like pressed glitters are not the most practical eyeshadow in the world, okay? They're not, but they are beautiful and they're really fun to use. And I'm getting a little bit of fallout, but nothing major. I mean, really it's not, and I can take it right off. I do have this too, that I guess you can use to apply pressed glitters. Should I try it? Let's try it. It's not really sticking to it. Or is this to take it off? Let me see. It's not to take it off. I think it's to apply it. God. Oh well. I don't really love it. This is working just fine. Not this, I mean, it's probably gonna work. That would probably work too, but I'm just gonna keep going with what I'm doing. Okay, I think I'm just gonna apply a little bit more just to make sure that it's nicely, evenly distributed across my lid and not, you know, like bunched up certain places, because it kind of is, but well, is it? No, I think it's pretty evenly dispersed across my lid. Yeah, I do, actually. And bring it up over my crease too, because my eyes are hooded eyelids. And, you know, yeah, I could have gone more adventurous, of course, with my shadows, but I thought this would look really pretty and I love it. Okay, I'm gonna go back into the orange matte, which is Metaphor, and just go around the edge of the pressed glitter. Okay, and then I think I will go around one more time with the Trance shade, the yellow matte, just to make sure that this is nicely blended. And yeah, and see, the thing is that yes, it's monochromatic, which I love monochromatic looks, so I don't know why I have to justify it every freaking time I do one, because I love them. But you know, the sparkly twinkliness of the glitter really adds a cool dimension. So I'm done. That's it. I'm gonna put some, of course, some lower lash line shadow and add some eyeliner, and of course do the rest of my face, my other eye, and I will come back. So this, of course, is my finished look. And I do like the look, but I will say, since the last time I used pressed glitters, my eyelids have become even more hooded than before. And this is gonna look like a hot mess by the end of my day. And even if I had used glitter glue, which doesn't work on me anyway, you know, or a tackier primer, it doesn't matter. It still would crease because, you know, my skin's touching and it's pulling the glitter off. I mean, if I sprayed my eyelids with super glue, maybe, but I don't suggest doing that to myself or anyone else. So I think what I've learned is that my days of using pressed glitters are probably over, which sucks. So I'll be gifting this palette. I have another palette like this too that my friend Julia sent to me that I need to put in a giveaway. A giveaway will be coming soon with my next paycheck from YouTube for sure. Okay, so let me show you everything I have on my face and I'll go into more detail about the palette, although I kind of already did. For my base products today, or base product today, I didn't use a primer, but I did use the L'Oreal Infallible 32-Hour Fresh Wear in the shade 425. And this is it too old? I don't know. It just seemed like it dried down really fast. And I was like, oh God. And it looks a little cakey to me just because I've been using a lot lighter foundation products. So it just seems really cakey. I do really like it. And as it sits on my face and kind of melts and warms up and all that, it'll be fine. I did use my CoverGirl Clean Professional Loose Setting Powder in Translucent. For my blush, I used the B Bella Cosmetics Orange Squeeze blush palette that Andy gifted to me. Andy does stuff. I use this shade right here. I thought that orangey peach would look really nice with this. For my bronzer, I used the Maybelline New York City bronzer in 200. Love this bronzer. This is one of my favorites in my collection, if not my favorite. Upper lid liner, I did use the Wet n Wild Breakup Proof Waterproof Felt Tip Liner in black. I thought about using like a water activated liner and I was like, just put some eyeliner on. For my lips, I put the Maybelline New York Vinyl Ink in the shade 105, oops, cat hair, 105 Golden. And I really do like these lippies. You just have to shake them really hard. Hear that? I love that. That sound, I don't know why, I'm a weirdo. And then you have to just kind of apply a few coats, and it's pretty sticky at first, but now it doesn't feel sticky anymore, so that's great. And then for my mascara, I use the Sky High Maybelline New York. And then on my face and also my inner corners, I use the Aurora Glow Kit from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I use a shade here called Eclipse. Kind of a goldy, orangey, pinky, shifty stuff. I love it. Okay, so now let's talk about the palette. On my lower lash lines, I put this shade here called Unusual, this kind of bluey purple. Thought that would look cool just to add a pop of something different on my lower lash lines. I do think this is a lovely pressed glitter. I do. It's got a nice binding agent to it. It didn't fall all over my face. I mean, there's a little bit of fallout, but not bad. Not as bad as some other pressed glitters I've used. It's just that like my eyelids are so freaking hooded that it's just yeah. These two mattes, gorgeous, really lovely, pigmented and blendable, and worked really well. And I do think it's pretty. The pressed glitters are really beautiful. They're really fun and sparkly and twinkly, and they catch the light really cool, and love that. I will say though that this shade out of here is my favorite. I haven't used these two. No, I did use that one. I haven't used this one. This is the only one I haven't used yet, which I need to do that, I know. But honestly, I really do feel like my days of wearing pressed glitters are over because it's just so hooded that it's, I mean, I've had to like touch it up, touch it up, touch it up, touch it up. I'd have to sit in front of a mirror like this, and every time I blink, I'd have to touch it up if I don't want it to crease. That doesn't sound like a fun time. So let me know what you think. Let me know if you have this palette in your collection. Let me know if you're a pressed glitter wearer. Let us know in the comment section if you are a pressed glitter wearer, how you apply your pressed glitters. Geez, say that 25 times fast. And there was one other thing I wanted you to tell us. What do you, well, yeah, I guess I just kind of said it. What kind of primer do you use to apply your glitter with? And if you do have hooded eyes or eyelids, how do you manage the creasy stuff? Because this is probably gonna, I could take this off before I go to work, but I don't want to because I do think it's pretty, but it's not going to be cute. What I should do is take a picture of, I'm going to take a picture of how my eyelids looked at the end of my day and pop it in here so you guys can see. We can have a nice, good laugh about it. Thank you guys so much for taking time out of your lives to sit down and watch this video. If you're new here and you enjoyed what you saw, please consider subscribing, smash the like button, and of course, comment down below in the comment section. I love to chat with you guys there. If you've been here before, thank you so much for coming back. I cannot wait to see you guys again in my next video, but in the meantime, please take very good care of yourself, be well, safe, happy, and I will see you soon. Bye.
Drop it.